Today I'm going to talk to you about getting motivated, which is something that frequently people are asking me about when I'm supporting them for their exams. How do I get motivated to study? It's really boring. I don't really want to do it. Other people do things and I just can't really get started. I never seem to make much progress with it. Firstly, that's kind of a misunderstanding. There's not really any such thing as, like, if there's something that you don't enjoy or that you find challenging, like difficult rather than challenging can be exciting. Difficult is kind of demotivating. Very rarely do people think, oh, I really want to do something really painful and difficult today. They're unusual. They're very odd. So it's more likely that the thing itself isn't going to motivate you, but the result will. The outcome is what you want. So studying is maybe not fun unless it's a subject that you particularly enjoy, and you certainly can enjoy what you're studying if it's the right subject material. It can be lots of fun, but not for everything and not all of the time, so it's difficult to be consistent with. The more important thing to have is a clear goal about why you're studying in the first place, something that you're working towards. And that's why when I'm working with students, the very first conversation I have with them is, what do you want to do after these studies? What are these studies going to provide to you? So if we're preparing for GCSEs, what subjects do you want to do for A-level or at college? What are you going to do next? If it's A-level studies, do you want to go to university or an apprenticeship? Is there something, a particular course that you've got your eye on, and what goals do they have? And then we can get really specific about the goals that we need to work towards and why. And that really is the reason why you're going to do the things that you don't enjoy. Sometimes, though, it is just going to be, not up for it today. And generally, I have those days and some tasks that I don't really want to do. So I would usually try and do just small amounts. So there's, unfortunately, I can't remember the name of the lady to credit her, but a very well-known organisation, a motivational speaker, who says, just count, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Just think to yourself, I'm going to do this when I get to 1. So if you're sitting on the sofa scrolling TikTok thinking, I just can't be bothered to go and do some maths revision today. I know I probably should do some exam questions to prepare for my exam, but I'd rather keep watching TikTok videos. Just say, I'm going to do it at the end of this count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's surprisingly effective. There's some psychology around like making that commitment and giving yourself that countdown and not giving yourself time enough to think about it, but enough time to actually just go and do it. That it works? Not always. I actually, like, if I actually count, I do it. If I really don't want to do it, I'm like, I'm not counting. I'm not doing it. No. Those times there's sometimes something else. So if there's a subject that you have a critical goal in, so for example, maths, you have to pass, otherwise you have to do it again until you're 18. Nobody wants to do that. So you've got a critical goal with it, but you still aren't finding that you get the motivation to actually move and study. There can be something else going on, and it might be what you're actually doing when you study. So have you got the right environment to study in, or are you balancing textbooks on your knee while there's lots of noise around you? That's not fun. Can you make it nicer? Can you make it more comfortable, less distracting, and more enjoyable? So use apps or games or challenges and make it more fun and do something nice at the same time. Listen to some nice relaxing music, usually without words, to help you focus. Have a nice drink or some nice snacks whilst you're studying. Make it nice for yourself. And then it's much more likely that you're going to want to go and do it. Try not to flip between different things. So if you've come from a maths lesson at the end of school, final period was maths, that's probably the best time to just carry on what you were doing, because you don't have to move from one thing to another. Can you just study with somebody else? So if it's really, really impossible for you to get started, I relate that because I don't have to struggle to get started with maths and science revision, because I actually love learning about maths and science. The things that I don't like doing are exercise. So I wouldn't ever, I think, go to the gym by myself. I don't think there's anything that would motivate me. Even my friend had been chased by a dog once. No, just went home. So nothing will motivate me to go to the gym. The The only thing that ever made me go was because I made an appointment with somebody and I had to go. So things like that you've made a commitment with somebody else, that you've scheduled an appointment with a tutor, or you've got a study session with your friend, can help. And apps and things like Study Bunny and Study Buddy can help you to kind of take control and make it a bit more fun. So hopefully those things will help you feel a bit more motivated to get studying. If you've got other things that have helped you, do share them because they'll help other people too. And if you're still stuck, send a message and see how we can help.